friends, Allison here with AJ's Inspired Life. Today I have the flip through of my March journaling in my fauxbonichi or my daily art journal, whatever you want to call it, whatever we want to call it. It's just my creative daily journal. So I post most of my pages in the fauxbonichi group, and that's where I get most of my inspiration. So I do consider it a fauxbonichi, but I don't follow like a certain template or something. So for those of you that have seen my posts or seen my previous videos, thank you for coming back. This is the giant green monster that you've seen. This is my ledger book, if you will, that I bought at the thrift store at the end of last year. It has numbered pages up into 300. My intention was to journal 300 days this year and maybe add in some pages. It's not going to make it 300 pages, obviously. My new goal is to go 6 months in this journal. So I've done 3, and that's the most I've done in a journal so far. So this moving on to April will be my new amount that would be the most ever. So that's about where my limit is. I think I enjoy having it all in one place, but I am already looking forward to trying like another notebook and some other things that I've been working on. So okay, so let's do this. This is March. I do not have like a separate page to start the month. So this is March 1st. I got an amazing happy mail from Elizabeth, and she had hand painted this beautiful sign for me, and I have it framed in my office. And so I just took a picture, and I printed out on my little sprocket. Along with it, she had sent some of her like hand colored papers. So I cut a piece out of that and just made a pocket and then put some tabs in here. So this is the actual note from Elizabeth that she included. So I tucked that in there. And then I included some notes about my day. So this day I had a car appointment, and then I just put like, not today, it's canceled, because my car appointment was like first thing in the morning, and then it was, they needed it for longer and longer and whatever. And then it was lunch, and then it was an hour after lunch. And I had scheduled my day later, like rearranged my work day. And, hour by hour, it was kind of like, ooh, it's not going to be ready. It's not going to be ready. And then, eventually I had to wind up canceling my entire day of work, which was like so frustrating. But, I tried to get some things done, and I just had to reschedule, like I said, my work appointments. So this is a tab. Again, I just use whatever I have, like the back of, I don't know what this was, sticker or glue or whatever. And the front was already pink, so it kind of went well. I put some stickers on there, but I just made a note. I walked to the library. I did some work there. I walked to Michael's. I walked to lunch, all that kind of stuff, just waiting on my car. So down here is the little packaging from the Michael's notebooks that I bought, and did a little journaling there. And then it has a sample of what they are. So one was dot, one was blank, and one was this little calendar. And then I found the cutest little animal stickers, you guys. They're so sweet. So I popped my daughter into the carpool to head down to Oregon for the weekend. That was the plan anyway, because I was supposed to work really late. Fridays is my long work day, and they need to like get down there on a certain time and have team dinner and team meeting and all of that kind of stuff. So she was already scheduled to go down with them, thankfully, because the car thing was a little bit crazy. All right, so Saturday the 2nd, I went ahead and drove down to Oregon. And then this is like a sticker from, one of the Mambi things. And, oh, you can't see it because of the glare. Anyway, it says, yeah, I play like a girl. Jealous? ? It's kind of funny. Anyway, I just put the, the little booklet from the hotel. And then I made some cards. This is Elizabeth's dyed paper again. And you can just see like all the colors come out different. It just depends. So, again, this is like the back of a greeting card. This is the back of like a card. This is the same card. Probably this was a half and a half, maybe. I don't know. So I just use whatever I have. Okay. And so my son is sailing this weekend. So I made a card about that. And then the girls played soccer, and that was going well. And then I wrote about my day and my errands and stuff that I did that day. We're not allowed to hang out with the girls when they travel. We just kind of show up if we transport to and from the game, or we meet them at the game, depending on the tournament, but we don't eat dinner or anything with them. So that left me to kind of do some stuff on my end. And this is a cutout from like the cover of a scrapbook pad, an old scrapbook pad that I had in my, cutouts. And then I put that's a little loose. I put the cutouts from the wrapping of my last set, my newest set of the Jane Davenport watercolors, which I'm really enjoying. Okay, so Sunday is, this was the actual day part, and then this was the night. And I say this a lot, but I journal for me. I journal in a few different places on a daily basis, starting with my morning routine and whatnot. And so, journaling itself, the act of journaling is really therapeutic and very, very healing. And I encourage everyone to do it. But it's not always to be shared. And so, specifically online, obviously. And so, when I have things that I don't feel like are to be shared, I just cover them up. Okay. And I have other ways to do that. Like in my art journal, I do other things. But regardless, in this journal, I just cover them up. So, that's what this day is about. I had some venting to do. There was a lot of stuff that happened this day. And, I just covered them up. So I just put here, like, sometimes what I feel and think are not PC, but it still feels good to write about it. Today I had a couple things in my craw. So I just wrote about it and then made these flip up tabs. This is, an envelope that I just cut in half, and it's the inside of a security envelope, obviously. Here is some more of Elizabeth's papers. I just cut them into strips and just noted that when we drove home, we had family dinner together, and then we all watched, my son was home, everyone was home, my husband and I, and we watched The Masked Singer, which we were really enjoying, and the rabbit and the lion got voted off tonight. So it's been a fun kind of show to watch together. The next day is Monday, and it's like everyone goes to work and school except me. Monday is my day off. Excuse me. And so it's my day to run errands or make appointments and all that kind of stuff. So I had an MRI today for my knee. I've been working on my knee for a couple years now, and we're kind of to the point of either I'm living with it the way it is and talking about knee replacement surgery down the road, or seeing if they can do some sort of surgery at this point. So I had the MRI, and so I'm going in to talk about what we want to do with that. So there's some journaling. I did make a journaling flip there to talk about that. And then, I got some new kitty cat stickers that are kind of cool. And we watched The Masked Singer tonight, and the monster ended up winning, which was funny because I actually don't know who he is, but it was the one singer really that my kids knew. And I was kind of disappointed because Donny Osmond was the runner-up. He was the person that got second. And I had guessed that like the first week. And so I just thought that was totally fun. So, but it was a great show to watch. And then that night I went to a new CrossFit box and trying to find my new groove there, find my new gym home, if you will. And so this is me, like a picture coming like into a box and being a little scared, trying to find a new one. So anyway, okay, Tuesday is a very long work day for me. So I always just put like some sort of picture that represents work, and I have them just in a separate little file with my clippings. I put some washi tape that I got new Happy Day from the Dollar Tree. I started to read my new book, Girl Stop Apologizing by Rachel Hollis, which I love. And what else did I put? I came home 9 o'clock, 9:15, so tired, need to get to bed, training tomorrow. So that's, some of these days are just our days. This is a normal Tuesday. Like, I go to work late, my daughter goes to carpool and soccer, and then I pick her up late and drive home and, all that kind of stuff. My husband does dinner with my son at home, and it's just our normal Tuesday. All right, so Wednesday, again, I just cut out Elizabeth's paper and made strips. I was at an all-day training this day, so I just journaled a little bit about that. Just did some painting here and some stickers, and then this is one of the stickers that I hand painted that went out in some Happy Mail and whatnot. So I just stuck it on there. Okay, the next day, this is a, the side of a Trader Joe's bag, and it says, let it snow, and I put don't. It is starting to snow again, and I am over it, quite frankly. I don't want any more snow. It's very fun and beautiful, but that last storm we had was enough for me for winter, so I'm ready to move on. So we got a call that the kids have a late start today, but not for us working people. So it just kind of puts a wrench in the day, right? Because then I'm at work late because I got to get the kid, blah, blah, blah. So it is what it is. But the night before, I had stayed up way too late into the wee hours watching Elizabeth's video on fauxbonichis and making this cool new journal, which is part of why I want to move into a new one. So yeah, never done that, binding and dyeing papers and all of it. So I stayed up way too late. And then right here, I also watched videos from Tammy Brackett on YouTube about making paper flowers. And I have not made these in years, you guys. It was so much fun. And it was just so like relaxing just to cut with no intention really, except to have these beautiful pieces. And then you just put them together and make flowers. It was really fun. So I didn't go to the gym tonight because my husband ended up working and my son was coaching. So I took my daughter to soccer, and then sessions went well. And so again, I just choose like a, any picture that I feel kind of represents work, and I put it there. So that's Thursday. Friday the 8th, it is snowing. So I'm putting like no more snow, and again, a picture about work. This is a work day. It was International Women's Day, so I made this like doily. Again, this is a pocket from a bill folder, bill envelope rather. And my friend, who I don't know well, posted the sweetest thing for me online, and she included this quote, and it says, "The world needs strong women, women who will lift and build others, who will love and be loved, women who live bravely, both tender and fierce." And I was just so honored that she posted that on my wall, and then she wrote the sweetest thing to me, and it was so very thoughtful. And so I journaled about that on the back of this, and then I made some other tabs in here. I was gonna actually journal about it on here, and I changed my mind and put it on the other one, so I just left it blank. This is about my work day, so again, it's just covered up by this tab, right? So, and then I just put not much to write about. It's a normal Friday. I work until 9 o'clock. My husband got off early, takes my daughter where she needs to go and all that kind of stuff, and got my son ready for his weekend. Okay, so then we're on the weekend. So Saturday, I went to the gym for a community event, and I got a DEXA scan, which was kind of cool. Again, I've just cut up that paper to journal on. And I really liked the DEXA scan. It does a lot of things, but it measures so specifically, not just your weight. I don't even pay attention to weight anymore. So it measures, body fat percentage and muscles and bones and water. And it also measures each limb, if you will. So I can see on there very clearly that like my right leg is measuring very, very close to my left leg, which is super for me. I've been working really hard on building up that leg with the knee and, knee stuff. So I'm really, really happy that my measurements were very, very close to being equal. So that tells me that I've been working and doing the right stuff in the gym and strength building in the right way. And it also was very close to my at-home scale, which does measure the weight and the body fat. And it was close enough that, like I said, I was happy enough that I can use the at-home scale to measure the body fat percentage and all that. So, but it was just fascinating. And so I'll go back in 6 months and get another one just to see progress and whatnot. It gives you all sorts of measurements. It's really cool. This is the packaging from the washi that I had bought the week before, and I did a video on my haul. This is the art journal page I made about my 100 subscribers because it's just fascinating to me. I made this channel so I could participate in someone else's swap or something a while ago. And it's just been a great opportunity and great place to meet some pretty amazing people. So I thoroughly enjoy it, and I'm just grateful that if anybody finds any inspiration from, what I do, I'm just so happy to share that because I certainly am inspired by what everybody else does or the things I see. So anyway, so I made that video and it was super fun and got to pick names and all that kind of stuff. So I made a pocket, I made a tab about my son's regatta, and then I put a little note in here about some friends in the fauxbonichi group. There was a birthday and then some prayers because one of them was in the hospital, and so I just tucked that in there. And today was, I think, daylight savings. We moved forward, so I think we're saving time. I don't even know. I know some of you don't move clocks, but we do. On this day, we moved it an hour forward, so that's that. Sunday the 10th, I put a little sunshine sticker. I don't document the weather every day. I want to try and be a little bit better, but obviously the sunshine days stick out to me, and then the snow days stick out to me, and then everything else is sometimes gray and wet, so I don't document it. We live in the Pacific Northwest, so anyway, this is a bag that is probably from a pharmacy maybe that I just kept, and I made a little pocket. I found a picture of a sailboat. I put the boy killed it at his regatta. They won. Super excited for him. I did my today list of things that I got done, and I just put getting stuff done today. Some fun, some meh, but ready for a new week. Got to pick an extra winner for my YouTube channel, and then there were some names. There's the names of the actual winners, and then I prepped my envelopes for the giveaway. So that was a fun day. Monday, the 11th, is National Nap Day. I mean, who knew, you guys? I'm totally up for celebrating days like this. So I did my part. I took a nap and didn't get much done. So, but I love that. Look at the Sleepy Sloth sticker from that little sticker book. And again, just cutting up the paper. I journaled on it. I said I worked in my craft room, journaling and creating. I could seriously spend all day in here, but how? I pulled out my tarot cards today. 5 of Wands. It's interesting as usual. It represents struggle between creative vision and earthly reality. Seriously, I can't make this stuff up. Anyway, it was a regular night, pick up, drop off, all the stuff we do. I drive carpool, and I mailed my YouTube envelope. So pretty cool. All right, Tuesday the 12th. This is like that sticker from, you know, the baby wipes or whatever, that little thing. Anyway, I keep a thing in my car. No, I don't have babies, and no, I don't know how we lived without them, but I always have them. So that was a new packet that I opened that day. This is a paper piecing that I got. I'm not joking, you guys, probably 10 years ago from someone I bought on eBay. It may be one of you. I don't even know. If it is, please let me know. I love it, and I've hoarded it. Obviously, it came in a set of like 10 pieces, if you will, and this is all one like title tag, okay? And I just thought it went with the page colors and whatnot. So, and I just put like, this is exactly what it is. Life is so daily. This was just a Tuesday. Some days are just days. Everything was normal today. We all did what we do. We got where we had to get, and we're all home tonight together and prepping for another busy same day tomorrow. These are the days that go so fast and add up so quickly. The only snafu today was that we forgot to pick up Buddy. So, again, I go to work. There's my little picture for the day. And it's Tuesday, so I'm late, right? I go out and pick up my daughter. I go to the gym while she's at soccer, and I don't pick her up till 9. And I'm getting a call at the gym at like 8:30, like, are you guys coming to get Buddy, or is he staying with us tonight? And my husband had thought I had him at the office that day, and I didn't. He was at daycare. So anyway, we had to go get him. And I got a sweet happy mail from Tracy. So, which is right here. So the 13th, I'm at a training all day. So here's the title on that and some journaling behind that. It was super interesting. I really enjoyed this training. Always interested in the nutritional and like all of the vitamins and like all of that and how it plays into mental health. So that was super interesting. Here's my parking thing for the day. And then this sweet, sweet happy mail from Christy Biddleson. So this is her card. Let's see if I can show that without the glare. She has an Etsy store, and it's called Meta Mandala Art, and she makes the most beautiful things. And she sent me the sweetest package with this like label on it. Oh my gosh, so adorable. So I put that in there. This is the little note I made about it. I already had this like on a notepad, so I liked it. I incorporated it. And then I made another tag. This is the side of a tea box that I had cut up and put in my stash. It had some similar drawings, which I kind of thought went with the theme. I had gone to this Tinkertopia store, which is a creative reuse center. Oh my gosh, you guys, it is so amazing. They just have bits and pieces of everything. So you can buy string and buttons and art stuff and journals and papers and maps and needles. Oh, it was amazing. So this is her sticker, and then this is her wax piece that was on the envelope. So love that day. Thursday, working. Okay, just a good day. I was working, nothing too much, pretty basic. And Friday, my husband and I left for Oregon. So we were supposed to leave, I don't know, I thought, 7, 8, we have a long drive, right? My husband is so excited. We leave at 4 a.m. See that? 4 a.m. He's such a morning person. I am such not a morning person. So he drives, I slept. And but we were eager to get out of town, and my kids had the day off. They weren't going to wake up till 1, so that's fine. and then went to a fun place when we got down to Oregon. And then we were meeting two other couples down there that are dear friends that we've known since like middle school. And so we were looking forward to that. So here's the map. Again, I'm just keeping all sorts of stuff that we, come into contact with. And you can kind of see, we didn't really have a plan. And obviously if we had planned it, I would have done it differently, but we didn't know. So we drove all the way down to here and where we were going to go. And then, sorry, my phone was beeping. We drove all the way down and then ended up driving back up to Tillamook and then back down because we had the time. So let me plug you guys in real fast. Hold on. There we go. Sorry. So again, kept the coaster, kept the map, just got, whatever fodder kind of comes into your day. All right. This was Saturday. My husband was actually just going to stay through Saturday because he had to work Sunday. But so we went and toured and did some stuff. He bought me a funny pair of socks because I was reading a book down there and was kind of being a bookworm, I guess. So he bought me hilarious socks. I just cut out some stuff from the pamphlets, from the, I don't know, visitor's guide or whatever. We went to a beautiful glass blowing museum. And again, I've just put Elizabeth's paper on the back and journaled on the back of it, some other stuff. So backed him with that. Same thing with this. This is a picture. Our house that we rented was right on the water. It was so stunning. So we did lots of beach walks. It was really pretty. And then we were super blessed. Our friend Brian is an amazing cook. I would consider him a chef, but that's not how he makes that's not his trade, if you will. That's not how he makes his money. But oops. He cooked an amazing St. Patrick's Day dinner for us. So I just documented that there. And then we went shopping. There was like a pirate's plunder place, and this is the travel thing and whatnot, little tab from the tourist thing. Okay, so this was Sunday, St. Patrick's Day, and my husband was supposed to leave, and then he was on the phone with work, back and forth, and decided he didn't have to leave, which was so cool. So he actually got to stay for the whole trip with us, which was really fun. So this is just, I open it up like this. This was a pamphlet, obviously, and we got to spend the day doing more touristy stuff. We went to the aquarium. I journaled over here, and I just wrote Happy St. Patrick's Day that way. I made a pocket out of some scrapbooking paper, and I just tucked, right, lots of things in there. So this is the aquarium see-through tunnel or whatever you go under, and, some more stuff from the aquarium. They bought a wild huckleberry bar. This is where we ate lunch. They had the Ripley's, believe it or not. My husband loves the Sasquatch, so we had to go check that out. So I put him in there. And then we went down to the wharf and saw these amazing, like all the sea lions, which we just love. We've seen them other places, and then went to the candy store. What did we buy there? I think my friend bought her candy bar, and I think they had homemade gelato there. And I put, yay, great news. He doesn't have to drive home early. He can stay and we can drive home together tomorrow. And then our friend Brian cooked an amazing dinner. We had steak and asparagus. This is not the picture of our dinner because ours is way better. I'm not even lying, but this was in one of the magazines. So we had a wonderful dinner together and got to go walk on the beach some more and just all sorts of stuff. It was really great. So the next day is Monday, and I am so grateful my husband stayed because I woke up in the middle of the night violently ill for hours. And I thought we were going to have to go to urgent care, but we didn't. But I'm so glad he stayed because I don't know how I would have gotten home. I don't think I could have driven myself home. I took a lot of medicine and went to sleep in the car the best I could. And we still had to stop a few times I was sick. So anyway, I'm super grateful, but that cut this whole last day super short. We headed out as soon as we could because I just didn't know how far I would make it or if we'd have to go to the doctor. So this is strips out of the magazines of all the beaches, like the water. You can see behind there, it's kind of waves and water. So I cut that out to journal on these pages, and we got home I don't even know, mid-afternoon, early afternoon, whatever. And I literally waved to the kids and I went straight to bed. It was horrible. So yay, happy Monday, we're home. Okay, Tuesday, I'm sick, no work. I'm a bit better. I spent some time in my craft room, and I put down here, I'm just so proud of both the kids. They're both volunteering to coach the middle school teams for their sport that they love. So my daughter's volunteering to coach the middle school soccer team. co-coach, like with the coach there. She volunteers to help. And then my son is volunteering to coach the middle school sailing team. And I just put both kids living and helping in their passion or with their passion. I just think it's so cool. This I have to glue back on, but can you see it? Let's see if I can get it. There you go. It says, do what you love. This is so cool. This was on the top of a coffee cup when I ordered my coffee in Oregon, and I had cut it out like to keep. And so it just fell off. I need to re-glue it in here. But like, isn't that cool? I'm like, I don't know. I just really loved that. Oops. Got a book falling over here. Okay. So the next day is Wednesday. I go back to work. So I just, again, I'm cutting out something that reminds me of my day. I put first regular day. I'm not 100%, but I did that. My husband got off early, got my kid where she needed to go. And my son had a great day out on the water. It's sunny. So yes, we'll take the sun. I'm telling you. This is a sweet tag from Elizabeth from a while ago that I haven't used because I'm a bit of like a craft hoarder, if you will. I do not want to use, I'm like afraid to use it. And so I'm using it. But as you can see, I didn't write on it because I kind of was thinking, oh, what if I want to rip it out and use it on something else later? So beautiful, beautiful book tag, book pocket tag, I think she calls them. I'm not too sure. She has a video on her channel, and I'll link her channel below, but she has a video on her channel on how she makes these and like a tutorial. So super cool. The 21st is my day off. Like I don't have work that day, and I just put, where did it go? These days are chaotic to me. It was like one thing and then the other, and then my husband was home, and then there was errands to run, and I was going to go to work, but so this is like a notepad that I had bought. I just wrote it on there. Not a lot of artistic stuff going on. And then I ended up driving for soccer that night. It's not my normal night to drive. It just was like, literally like go and come and then go there and come back and do this. And it was, so I did get my new bookbinding kit from Amazon here because that's part of the new make a journal thing. And I didn't know what I was doing, so I had to buy a kit to do that. Friday, this is my adulting hard sticker over here. And again, this is the inside of envelopes that I just cut. I used a scallop like border punch, but you can't really see it. It's a little too intricate with the printing on it. But this is a advertisement from, I think, Office Max or Office Depot, one of those. And I just used it. I had some appointments this morning regarding money. And so I journaled about that on the inside, and I just lined the inside of it with the journal envelopes as well. Journal envelopes. No, the inside of the billing envelopes. Sorry. And used it. And then just did the normal things I do when I'm in that little shopping area. So I went to Chick-fil-A for my lunch and then went to the bookstore. I found the book In Defense of Food, which I'd been looking for, and a prompted journal, which was super cool. And then I had great sessions, and I just put, I so enjoy days like this, people just making amazing progress. I'm so honored to be a part of their journey. So this week has flown by since we're on vacation, and then I was so very sick. I'm glad it's over, and I hope to heal the rest of this weekend. So I'm bummed I missed a seminar at the gym tonight. They started a new series, and I just couldn't quite get off work in time to make it there, but I'm hoping to make it to the next one. And then this was a journal from my daily calendar thing, I think. It says, for every challenge or problem, I know that there's a solution, and I also know that I can find it. So that was my affirmation for the day. All right, the next day is the 23rd. This is a calendar page from one of the daily calendars. I just keep them in a pile. It's not today's day. I journaled behind it. Yeah, I was kind of struggling with some stuff or whatever, and I needed to shift my mindset a little bit, so I just did that journaling there. We headed down to my son's regatta, which was a hefty drive, probably like 3 hours, and so I was frustrated we couldn't stay for the weekend, but it was too late. Our plans had changed and whatnot. He did very well, and I'm so grateful that we didn't stay, because in the middle of it, my daughter called, and she was home with a fever, 101.7 or 8 or whatever. So glad that we didn't stay, because we would have come home anyway. So anyway, she wanted some pho, so we got that on our way home into town. And then she wanted brownies, so I put, do you smell that? I found a sticker. I thought that was funny. Anyway, so that's what our days are. They're pretty flexible. And so sometimes we have to come and leave or do whatever. So Sunday, the 24th, my daughter's still sick. My son is still sailing. And I spent the day drinking and dyeing paper. So drink the tea and the coffee and all of it. And then I was dyeing papers off of Elizabeth's video again. And just the entire day. I'm not joking when I say that. It takes a long time, which she tells you. And you got to dye it and then you got to dry it in the oven on very low, and you can't leave the oven. So while that was drying, I worked on my vision board and finished my vision board, which I was super excited about. And I will make another video about that because I did it in a different format this time, and I'm really enjoying it. So I had bought a new bowl set. That's what this is. And like for our plastic bowls outside, we needed some new bowls. So anyway, this is like the wrapping that came on them. So I just popped that in there. And then the boy did very well. They won the regatta. So super stoked about that. He got home late. But it was all great. And then we all slept at home tonight, which I just love. I love it when everyone's home safely, and they're at an age where they're not always home. And so I like it when they're home. So, okay, the 25th. I put Mondays are my favorite. Usually Mondays are my favorite. This is my day. Fridays are obviously my long work day. Tuesdays and Fridays, super long work day. This is my day. Everyone goes back to work, to school, whatever, and I run errands or get laundry done or do, whatever, the shopping and get some crafting done. And so I watched a movie and NCIS on Netflix and then had coffee, and this is my day. So I just kind of journaled about that. I went to the pharmacy. Oh, I put this in here because I went to pick up my stuff and I went through the drive-through for the first time at the pharmacy, which I know sounds super cheesy, but I just love it. And I just think it's so cool. And they have one of those, like, I don't know, at the bank, right? It used to be at the bank where you like put the tube in and then it sucks it up in the vacuum and it shoots up over your head and into there. So that was super fun. So I put that in there to remind me of that. Tuesday is a work day. I put a little YouTube thing up here. It just says, I'm really enjoying watching YouTube videos from my crafty friends. I'm really enjoying the community that inspires me so often to try new things and be creative. So I wanted to remember that and put a note there. And you guys all know who you are. If you're out there and you have videos that I watch, I try and comment and tell you how much I enjoy your content. So I appreciate you watching here if this is something that, inspires you. So this is a picture and my quote for work. I work for enjoyment and satisfaction, not just to earn a living. This is my picture for work. I don't know, symbolic, right? Kind of choosing between two paths, if you will. And I put long work day, good sessions, and fun group. We worked on vision boards. So that was really great. And then, late day. I work late. I go pick up my daughter from soccer. Same thing. So here, just so you guys know, this is that. So remember on the 17th, okay, see this? This is the Jane Davenport napkins. Same thing here on the green. So here I've just cut them up and like confettied them onto the page, first. Like watercolor first, then done that, just so you know that's the background there, in case someone asks. All right, Wednesday, again, a little thing about work and some flowers. I was working on a journal prompt for the Take 5 journal, and so these were extra flowers that I had cut out, and I just felt like I wanted to use them. And I just put workday, good sessions, productive, caught up on paperwork, which is always nice. I'm really happy to do that. And then I did not bring work home with me. I'm working on my boundaries, and I put practice what I preach, yada, yada. So I'm super grateful to have the flexible schedule I have, and I schedule kind of when and what I want to do. And so I'm aware that if I leave work early, I can take my work home with me, but I tend to do that more than I like. And then I kind of feel like it's always something to do at home, which is great. If I have to go home and pick up or get the kids where they need to get or something like that, then I have the flexibility to do that. But if I can stay and just get it done at work and not bring it home, that's a good thing. So anyway, so that's what I did on this day. It was very nice. So we had 3 of us home for dinner, which is about as good as it gets around this place. So we had pork chops and asparagus, and then my boy ate when he came home from practice. And my daughter prepped treats for her team's game tomorrow. She's just so sweet as the volunteer coach or whatever. She gives them a little motivational card and treat every week. It's very thoughtful, and I like that she enjoys doing that. My daughter had PT today, so here's her card for that, to work on her injury. And then I went to Hobby Lobby to get her an H for a project she's working on. And I found these tags, you guys, and they were, oops, I got something on this one already. They were $3.99. Can you see that? $3.99, and they were 60% off. And so they have these 4 girls on them and 24 pieces. So, you know, plenty of each one. I kind of don't have the in frame. Sorry, I'll do that really fast again. They're, you know, good sized girls on each tag. Kind of cool. Yeah. So anyway, I popped one of those in there. And then we had the most giant raccoon. I'm not kidding. He must have been 30 pounds. I'm not exaggerating. In our kitchen window, like up on, and you guys who see me on Facebook or other things, like I love the squirrels and the birds and they're all welcome. And this guy was not welcome. He has to go. So we had to shoo him away with some stuff. And he's beautiful. Don't get me wrong. But they're very, very smart, for one, and 2, very, very ferocious. And he will like eat my dog, which that can't happen. So he had to go. So there's a little picture there of a raccoon. All right, Thursday the 28th was a lazy day. I played all day. I got to spend the day crafting and working in my craft room. I went to Michael's. I got new drawers, and then I had a 60% off. So I got Tim Holtz bird stickers, birds and cats, I think. I got another Happy Mail from Christy with her beautiful mandala art on it. It's stunning. I don't know if you can see it. It has like gold. Is that picking up? Oh my gosh, it's just so pretty. So thoughtful. And she sent me some beautiful, her hand-dyed paper, because I shared, I was working on mine, and I haven't done a Happy Mail share, and I already used some of it. Look at hers. She like bubble painted on it, and then got different colors on it, like way better than mine. Mine's super plain, but that's not even the best part. She put a little sticker on here. There's kitty cat prints on it from her cat. She apparently like had it all, see, she had it all laid out to dry, and then the cat walked on it. I can't even, it's so stinking cute. Okay, so anyway, that's that. And then today I put that my boy took our dog Buddy sailing today. He loves being out on the boat, and so he put him in his life jacket and took him sailing today, and so Buddy rides around in the coach's boat with him. So stinking cute. All right, the 29th is Friday. It's a work day. I made this little card here. This is a picture that reminds me of work. That's my chair. And work notes, right? So I pop them in there. And then the quote was, well-being begins on the inside. I put emotional and physical. This is some tape from Christy's mail. And then I had a break at work, and so I watched Brooks live. I caught Brooks live and got tucked into buying that envelope punch board, this thing, which I'd never used before. And so I watched Brooks live, and I made envelopes while she was on live. So I made this little thing and put the note in here. Again, just a little piece of scrapbook paper that I had and made that. This is one of the stickers from Christy's art, and it's like thick. It's so, and it's a good sticker. Can you hear that? But I'm just using it as a tuck spot, so I don't want it all the way down. But anyway, so beautiful. And then that was obviously the back of her envelope with the wax seal. So beautiful. Parking today for a meeting, and then my little lunch treat, my cheat meal for the week, if you will. And then a little quote, I think it went with this, like, how good can you feel, to remind me about work. We're almost done. Saturday the 30th, I filmed a video on paper, like working on coloring paper. So that's, I think, the previous video to this. So I put a piece of it in there. And then you guys, we did the coolest thing this day. We went on our first Go Ruck meeting. And if you don't know what Go Ruck is, it might be something to check out. It is like a backpacking, walking adventure group. I'm not explaining it well. Do not take me at my word. Go check out Go Ruck. We went on a very, very easy 3-point-something mile walk. But the reason we did it, my husband went with me. It was super fun. We enjoyed the people very much. And then afterwards, we just all hung out, at coffee. And so that was fun. But the reason I did it is because I've signed up to do an actual event, an easy event still, but an event this weekend. So I wanted to go and meet some of the people and all of that. So after that, we drove to soccer, and that was like 3 hours away, it seems, 2.5 maybe. So in the car. And then on the way home, we stopped at Panda Express, and they had like a new meal. It was super cool. They had like a vegetable, broccoli, spinach, kale, sauteed thing. So I got that and just some chicken. I was pretty happy with the Panda. And my husband got tacos from the store next door, and then we all just ate together because we weren't going to make it 3 hours home. We had to stop. And then the boy was up sailing this weekend, so at a training, if you will. And then we stopped at the Daiso, which I haven't been to in like 6 months because we don't ever drive up that far. And I got 3 tapes, which were kind of cool. I had to get this one. Look at the sailboats. It's so hard to find sailboats. If you guys see sailboat washi tape, let me know, please. And then these were like some stickers. They had little bunnies and these flowers, and they're not what I thought they were. I'm kind of disappointed. I mean, they're pretty. It's like cardstock, and I thought they were like washi. Does that make sense? Anyway, but super cute, and everything's $1, so can't go wrong. So I just made the pocket out of the whatever this was that my daughter had, and I just did that. All right, and that brings us to the end of the month. So this is the last day of March. I made a bunch of doilies today out of just scrapbook paper I have. Those are going to be going out in Happy Mail. I just put easy morning crafting and watching YouTube and sipping coffee. I took my daughter to Target early to get pictures printed for a project she's working on, and they just shot out of that machine immediately. So we didn't have to wait the hour. So we were way ahead of schedule. It was pretty cool. But then she went to play soccer for another team, not her team today. She was asked to play because they were short, and she's always happy to help out and have that experience. And, you know, it's a win-win. So she's happy to do that. So that was fun to watch. And then the boy got home late, like at 10. He got home. The ferry, you know, was a long ride and just all that. So he wasn't home for dinner. We ended up stopping for sandwiches, which wasn't, I just put, it's not in my meal plan. This is not how I'm supposed to be eating, but it's fine. I just put progress, not perfection. There's no shame. I'm where I'm at with it. So just documenting our life. Okay. And I just put, all in all, it's been another amazing month. We're so blessed and so grateful. But this month is over and it's time for April. And I put goodbye March. So that's it, you guys. That's my March. I thank you for hanging out with me very much. I hope you enjoyed my flip through. If you have any questions, leave them down below. If you could hit the like button, I'd really appreciate that. And then if you guys haven't subscribed, please subscribe. And I'd love to hear, you know, what you do. If you have a channel, leave it below. I'd love to check it out. So thank you again for your time, and thank you for your creativity. I hope you do something today that inspires you. Take care. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.